Good morning, students. Hope you are safe at home. I am N. Sushmita, your English teacher. Today, we are going to learn what are adjectives, the kinds of adjectives, and degrees of comparison. The learning objectives are we will be able to identify the adjectives from the given sentences, to know the kinds of adjectives, and be able to use adjectives correctly in the communication, and we will be able to learn the concept of degrees of comparison. Now we start with what are adjectives. Adjectives are the words which are used to describe a noun or a pronoun. They answer the questions whose, what kind, which one, how many, or how much. Let us see few examples. First example, my bag is heavy. Here in this sentence, whose bag is heavy? My bag. My is an adjective in this sentence which is answering the question whose. If we move on to the next example, that is, the beautiful flowers in the vase were real. What kind of flowers were there in the vase? The beautiful flowers. In this sentence, the word beautiful answers the question what kind. So, this word beautiful is an adjective. If we move on to the next example, that is, this house is not mine. Which house? This house. We are pointing to a specific or a particular house which is not mine. That is this. In this example, the word this is an adjective which is answering the question which house. So, this house is not mine. This is an adjective in this sentence. The next example, 5 birds sat on a branch. How many birds were there on the branch? 5 birds. So, it is answering the question how many? How many birds were there? 5 birds. 5 is an adjective in this sentence which answers the question how many? Coming to the next example, I have a lot of money in my wallet. How much money do I have? A lot of. It is answering the question how much. So, a lot of is an adjective which is answering the question how much. Hope you all have understood what are adjectives through these examples. Now, let us learn where to place an adjective in a sentence. An adjective can be placed at 3 places. First one, before a noun. For example, Govind drives a red car. In this example, car is a noun and we place an adjective red before the noun, that is car. Govind drives a red car. In this example, car is a noun and red is an adjective. So, we place an adjective before a noun, that is car. Here in this sentence, car is a noun and red is an adjective. In the next example, my dog is an obedient pet. In this sentence, pet is a noun and obedient is an adjective. As I told you, an adjective can be placed before a noun. In this sentence, pet is a noun and obedient, that is adjective, is placed before the pet. Next, we place an adjective after the various forms of be, B-E-B. We all know what are the various forms of be. I hope we all know what are the forms of be. The various forms of be are am, is, are, was, were. So, in the example given below, our school building is big. Here, the form of be is, is. So, big is an adjective which is placed after the verb form of be. Verb form of be in this sentence is. So, big is an adjective which is placed after the verb form of be, that is. In the next sentence, the fruits in this stall are fresh. Here, the verb form of be is ARER and fresh is an adjective which is placed after the verb form are. So, the fruits in this stall are fresh. Here we have placed an adjective after the verb form, that is are. And we place the adjective after the verbs like look, seen, grow, feel, etc. In the example given, Meera didn't feel comfortable with her friend. Here, the verb feel is the verb in this sentence is feel. So, we place the verb adjective comfortable after the verb feel. In the next examples, bamboos grow fast. Here in this example, verb is grow. So, we place an adjective after the verb grow. Adjective in this sentence is fast and the verb is grow. I hope you have understood where to place an adjective in a sentence. That is, before a noun, after the various forms of be, and after the verbs like look, seen, grow, feel, etc. Hope you all have understood where to place the adjective. Now, we are going to learn what are the kinds of adjectives. There are various kinds of adjectives. First is adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, demonstrative adjectives, and possessive adjectives. Now we are going to learn what are the adjectives of quality. Adjectives of quality tell us about the quality of a noun and answer the question, what kind? Adjectives of quality tell us about a noun or something and they answer the question, what kind? Let us see it in an example. Reptiles have rough skin. In this example, what kind of skin do the reptiles have? Rough skin. So, the adjective rough is answering what kind. So, it is called the adjective of quality. In the next example, Naveen is a hard-working boy. It is answering the question, what kind of boy is Naveen? He is a hard-working boy. So, hardworking is an adjective of quality. So, adjectives of quality tell us about the noun, the quality of a noun or something. The next kind of adjective is adjectives of quantity. Adjectives of quantity answer the question how much. They are used with uncountable nouns. Adjectives of quantity answer to the question how much, and they are used with uncountable nouns. For example, Sarah does not have much work to do. Here in this sentence, work is an uncountable noun. So with the uncountable noun work, we use much. Here the adjective of quantity is much. Adjectives of quantity always answer the questions how much. Give me some sugar. In the next example, give me some sugar. Sugar is an uncountable noun. So some is the adjective of quantity which we use with uncountable noun sugar. Hope you have understood the adjective of quantity. Next kind of adjective is adjectives of number. Adjectives of number answer the question how many. They are always used with countable nouns. In the example given below, there are 9 pencils in the box. How many pencils? There are 9 pencils in the box. So it is answering to the question how many? 9 pencils. Adjectives of number in this sentence is 9. The next kind of adjective is demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective points out a specific person, animal, place, or a thing. It answers the question which one. These are the demonstrative adjectives: this, that, these, those. The demonstrative adjectives points to a specific person, animal, place, or thing, and they answer to the question which one. In this example which is given below, this tea tastes awful. In this sentence, we are pointing to a specific tea which is in front of us, that is this. So, this is a demonstrative adjective in the sentence. In the next example, give me those apples. We are pointing to a specific apples, that is those apples. So in this sentence, those is a demonstrative adjective. In the same way, these and that are also the demonstrative adjectives which answer the question which one, and they point out to a specific person, animal, place, or a thing. The next kind of adjective is possessive adjective. Possessive adjectives show possession, belonging, or ownership. Possession means belonging or ownership. They answer to the question whose. In the example given below, his parents have arrived from America. Whose parents have arrived? His parents. We are answering to the question whose. In this sentence, his is the possessive adjectives which shows possession. In the next example, our teacher is absent today. Our is the possessive adjective which is answering to the question whose. So, possessive adjectives show possession, belonging, or ownership, and they answer to the question whose. Now, coming to degrees of comparison, there are 3 degrees of comparison. First is positive degree, which is used when there is no comparison. For example, a hippopotamus is a big animal. And the next degree of comparison is comparative degree, which compares two people, animals, or things. We add R or ER to many adjectives to form their comparative. In some cases, we add more before the adjectives. And the rule for comparative degree is adjective plus R or ER plus than. In the adjective, in the example given below, an elephant is bigger than a hippopotamus. As I told you, in comparative degree, we compare two people or animals or things. In this example, we are comparing an elephant and a hippopotamus. So, we apply the rule adjective plus er plus than to this sentence. That is, what is the adjective is big. We add er and then to make it a comparative degree. So, an elephant is bigger than a hippopotamus. Comparative degree is used when we compare two people or animals or things. In the next example, gold is more expensive than silver. In some adjectives, we cannot add er, so er and then, so we use more. So, when we are comparing two nouns, then gold is more expensive than silver. To the adjective expensive, we cannot add er or r, we add more. So, in this example, gold is more expensive than silver. Coming to superlative degree, the next degree of comparison is used when we compare more than two people, animals, or things. We add st or est to the adjectives to form superlative degree. For example, in the first example, the blue whale is the biggest animal in the world. We are comparing more than two animals. In this example, that is, we are comparing blue whale and many animals. So, we add the plus adjective plus est. The rule is the plus adjective plus est. So, what is the adjective in this sentence? Big. The sentence is, the blue whale is the biggest animal in the world. Coming to the next example, Taj Mahal is the most famous monument in Agra. As we cannot add st or est to the adjective famous, we use most. In some cases, we add most before the adjectives. So, Taj Mahal is the most famous monument in Agra. Hope you have understood what are the kinds of adjectives and the placement of adjectives and degrees of comparison. Thank you, children. Stay home, stay safe.